Welcome to Ratchetdemic, Becoming Dr. Williams, a Soulfully Hers podcast series. This space is part audio journal, part reflection, and part truth-telling. It's me documenting my final semester of my doctoral journey, not from a place of perfection, but from the middle of becoming. I'm learning how to sit with the tension, the pride and the pressure, the faith and the fatigue, the confidence and the doubts, without pretending any of it doesn't exist. This is Ratchetdemic, where unfinished drafts, deep prayers, and honest conversations with myself meet scholarship, culture, and becoming. I am Marie Williams, and this is the season before they call my name. Let's get into it. Okay, you guys, this episode of this podcast is going to probably jump around or whatever. I was not planning on recording anything today. Today is, what is today? February 18th, Wednesday, 6:49 p.m. But I just need to do a quick update. This is going to be like in the beginning of the podcast, and then I'm probably going to record like the actual episode and add it to this. But just know this is real time. You may not be listening to this real time, but I recorded this in real time, and then probably like over this weekend I'll record episode 2 to be released in March. But first off, happy Black History Month. I don't know if I said that in the first episode because I think I recorded like the end of January, but happy Black History Month. Happy Black History period. But the reason why I needed to just get this off my chest is because this is really happening. I'm not gonna lie, this is like a continuum of episode 1. But yesterday, Tuesday, February 17th, I confirmed my dissertation date. Today, in the morning, I had scheduled the emails and stuff because I want it to be exactly 2 weeks because your committee has to have 2 weeks to read your paper. And also I was waiting for my editor to do like a surface level edit, and they did that real fast too. But this morning I sent out all the emails for my defense, confirming that this is the day and this is what I want. So definitely going into the hybrid, definitely doing hybrid, where my committee and chair will be in person, but my committee and chair will be on Zoom, but I'll be in person, just to allow a room for, a classroom, let me stop saying room, but classroom for like friends, family, if they want to come in person to attend this as well, because I feel like I really just want to do this in person instead of just like, I'm going to be on Zoom, but I want to do it in person, like in front of people too. So, but nothing really feels real yet until you start getting stuff that you can feel. So I came home and my regalia came in the mail. It was at the door. It was supposed to come until tomorrow, but it's a big old box too, and it has 3 pieces in it. You have your jacket, you have your hood, and you have your hat. It's regalia. I don't know what the proper names it is for like the jacket and the hat. I just call it jacket and hat, cap, whatever you want to call it. But it just, I don't know if you hear that. This is me tapping the box. But now it's just becoming so real because it's like in 2 weeks, I defend this work I've been working on, like this dissertation, this research that I have been working on since last summer, or you could probably say since last fall. Well, not last fall, but the fall before that, the fall before the fall, because we were prepping for our qualifying exam, which also is basically you just finding articles and stuff like that, and doing like a little mini small paper explaining what you plan on doing research in, and people grading it and seeing like, and just letting you know, oh, this is what you should look at, basically seeing if you're good to pass, if you're good to start doing the dissertation. But really, chapters 1 to 3 was written last summer. Did the proposal defense, early fall. Did my data collection after Thanksgiving break, before winter break, during winter break, doing my coding and data analyst, yes, right, that's the word. I don't know, I'm stumbling on my words. And still winter break, getting my chapter 4 done January. Sending that chapter 4 off to my chair and everything being like good, adding some suggestions and stuff like that. I ended up going on medical leave, you know, um, in January, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna work on it while I'm on medical leave. So I worked on my chapter 5, and then sent that off to my chair, and he basically was like, "This is good. If you want to expand on this point to go the extra mile, do it." I said, "Bet." You know, end up what was it? We're in February. You know, end up end up talking to my chair and saying, "Yeah, you're good. Let's defend this thing." And now it's 2 weeks away, March 4th. And it's just like, it's become like, even though there's multiple steps after this, because you got to finish editing it, you got to schedule an appointment with OGS so they can look at your dissertation and make sure everything is edited and formatted, appropriately to their standards. But it's like, this paper isn't due until May 8th. So after March, I literally just have time to just breathe. There's nothing else that I have to worry about. And for any of y'all who are wondering when it comes to defenses and stuff, if you're not ready to defend, aka do your presentation of your work, your chair will not tell you to go defend. When you are ready and your chair feels like you are good to go, that's when you defend. And basically you can just say you're done, you passed it, because that's the milestone. Once you get there, you're golden. It's like, if your chair does not believe that you are good to go, you will not be scheduling anything. So it's becoming real. And I got emotional, like, opening it. I had to take pictures to send to my mama and stuff. I was like, here's the hat, here's the jacket, here's the hood, and it's like, this is real. It's like, yes, I ordered it. And by the way, this was $737 and some change after taxes and fees, but this is just, I can't believe we are actually here. I don't think it's gonna feel real until we start doing our graduation ceremonies, and it's probably not gonna even feel even more weird until, like, I actually get my degree in the mail. But it's literally like, after that dissertation, I will be Dr. Williams. This has been a long time coming. I have been in school, in higher education, I should say, because in school you could basically say I've been in school since we started school, but in higher education since fall of 2013, you could say summer, because I was part of EOP. Graduated with my bachelor's fall of 2018. Started my master's in fall of 2019. Finished my master's in fall of 2021. But I walked in fall 2022. And I'm getting my doctorate. Or we can basically say we basically here at having a doctorate, in spring 2026. That's what, 13 years of higher education going. Not really, like, honestly, you may think like, oh yeah, that's like a year in between, but it's like, that's you filling out applications and stuff like that. But it's like, this is real. This is happening. And I swear, maybe, I forget what I said my talking points was going to be for this episode, but I just really needed to just say that, this may be an episode on its own, and then I'll record like episode 3 of what I actually was going to talk about, because it's been 8 minutes and I'm rambling on. But this is real. And when they say the power of the tongue is real, listen, when I was a child, I said I always wanted to be a doctor. I just didn't know I was going to be this type of doctor. I thought I was going to be a medical doctor. But this is just so real. I was getting emotional, but I did not cry, which is crazy, because it was like, I was getting emotional because I was like, this is the box that has my regalia in it. I'm gonna be wearing this like 3 times. Well, actually more than 3 times, like 4 times, because gotta do pictures, and then there's 3 graduation ceremonies. So when we wearing that, just know because this was over $700, I'm wearing this every day. I don't care. Halloween, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it everywhere. Theme party, wearing it because we about to wear this thing out. Because it's a lot of money I paid for this, but it's just getting real. And the defense is public, so now I can share with everyone and be like, this is what I have been doing for like the past year, but this is the program that I was in for the past 3 years. And it's like after this I'm done. Cause I'm not getting no more degrees. I'm done, which is so funny because the last 3 times I was like I was done. But I kept going. But I'm done for real, cause baby, I literally spent my whole life in school and I need a break. But this is just really exciting. And to be a first gen to do this is crazy because it's like when you're first gen, it's like you don't know. First generation for people who don't know what that is. When you're the first one in your family, you know, to go to college and get degrees. But I'm like the first out of like majority of the family to be getting my doctorate. But it's like overall, I'm still like first gen for all of my degrees though. But this is crazy because there's been a lot of challenges. There's been imposter syndrome. Oh my god, imposter syndrome is crazy. I still feel a little bit of imposter syndrome. Syndrome. Oh my god, not me stuttering over that. Cause even me sitting here like, oh my god, to say I got my presentation, I still have like that little nervousness in me who's like, what if it don't go well? Which we're not gonna put that out in the world because it's gonna go well because my proposal, I rocked it. My chair absolutely loved my paper. My committee like loved my first 3 chapters and said that it's good for publishing and all of that good stuff. So it's like I know I have great work. I was able to connect to my topic and just add me into it, which made it like smoother to write. You know, I went against the Eurocentric way throughout my entire paper. But this is just real. I just, I can't wait until that moment. I'm looking in my bathroom mirror and I have all of this stuff on. This is just crazy. I may just record after I take photos too. But this is something. This is really something. Like I said, I don't know what episode 2 is, but we're going to put episode 1.2. This is a part 2 of episode 1. But everything has been moving so fast. And I definitely have been making sure that happened. I was very intentional with doing this because I knew I would be stressed in this process. And I was like, I do not like when I'm stressed. So I said, in order for me to not be stressed, I have to properly plan and give myself a timeline on what I'm going to do. And I literally worked on this during holiday breaks, summer breaks. I was going into town. I was like, we about to get this done. Luckily, I had a chair, my chair, Dr. Dale Allender, that he was willing to work and read through my papers and stuff, my drafts during the summer. But yeah, I wasn't playing. And what's crazy too is that, technically we still have class. Yeah, it's like technically we still got class, so I will be defending the week that we have our second meeting class. This is on Zoom, so it's like, oh my god. And then we got one more class after that, and it's like I'm just big chilling, like not really like it's like I'm big chilling, but not like big chilling, because there's still stuff that you gotta do. But it's like now I can just like breathe because I'm like there's nothing else I have to do after this. But obviously do all the admin stuff after this part. But it just reminds me, I need to put on my calendar and to make sure I sent off my proposal defense to my chair the day before I defend. So that's in there because you got to do that too because they got to fill that out. That's where I've been using my Google Calendar like it's nobody business. But yeah, this is, I'm I'm going to start sending this off to family, friends, and be like, do you guys want to attend Zoom? If you want to attend in person, then let me know. I'll give you the room number, the classroom number. But so excited. I'm so excited. So excited. So excited. But it's just crazy how I literally confirmed, like, actually sent the emails out today that, hey, this is my dissertation defense date, and my regalia comes in the mail. But no, I'm not gonna try it on, even though I want to try it on so bad. I'm not about to do that. We gonna wait. We gonna wait. We gonna wait after the defense, then and then I'm gonna put it on. But listen, y'all, I'm about to act a fool. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. Because what? You gonna be like, Marie? Who's Marie? I'm Dr. Williams. What are you talking about? Oh my god, this is crazy. This is real. Oh my god, I kind of like changed my signature on my emails now to say doctor. Hey, oh my god, this is crazy. Hopefully the audio sounds good on air, but oh y'all, I'm just so excited. This has been a long. It's so funny because it's like when you think about it, I was like, even though it's been 13 years, it doesn't feel like 13 years. It really don't feel like 13 years, but it's been 13 years. But it don't feel like it. Yeah. I immediately got the microphone and said I just need to talk about this and talk about the feelings that I'm feeling right now because I'm just. I was supposed to be like watching TV right now, but it's like forget TV at this point. Cause are we here? We here. What they said, I forgot what percentage I will be joining of people who have a doctorate, especially Black people. But this is so cool. Now I swear, I am someone who's like, if I'm about to do something, I always feel like I gotta get a new outfit. So I'm like, oh my god, but I'm gonna wear it. This is like literally 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks, and if I order something, I gotta come fast because I'm doing this in 2 weeks. I'm doing this in 2 weeks. Oh my god, I'm doing this in 2 weeks. But this weekend, I'm going ham. I gotta make my slides. I swear, when I did my proposal, because I was just waiting, for like confirmation and stuff, I was able to like work on my slides. And about time we got the proposal date, like my slides was like pretty much done, and all I had to do was practice. But I'm starting from scratch. Well, I mean, I'm not really starting from scratch because pretty much like my proposal is like a continuum of like what I did, but we gotta fit it into like the same time frame. So like the proposal was like 20-25 minutes, 30 minutes in your defense for everything. So basically your proposal is your first 3 chapters. You write 5 chapters. So this next defense is everything and still in the same amount of time frame. And I'm just like trying to figure out how am I gonna do this? What's the best way for me to be creative and be me? Because for my proposal, my entire presentation was in the form of a poem. Like I had all of my stuff, my referrals and all that on my slides, but I literally read everything as a poem. But I ain't gonna do it this time. So I'm just like, how am I going to tell this story? Pretty much, I'm telling a story. My whole dissertation is telling a story. If you know, you know. So y'all be on the lookout. Get your Zoom links ready. Add it to your calendar. If you're going to be in person, let me know. So once I actually get the room number, I can give it to you. The classroom number. And let's rock this thing. And looking at my freaking phone, I've been talking for 18 minutes. 18 minutes. But it's so worth it. Oh my god. What you call this? Jostens, where you get your stuff, has my name on it. Which, by the way, I need to go back to that website and see where my custom stole is, because I think I ordered it like a week after I got this one. You better come on time. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get on this computer, send my director my Zoom link so the whole team can watch my dissertation, and then figure out where my stole is on here. and then, take a shower, go to bed, and go to work tomorrow. Just the norm. Just the norm, but we have to do a side quest to talk about this great stuff. But you hear that? That's my regalia in the box. And I ain't gonna lie, the hat kind of big, but then again, I got a bonnet on, so once I have braids in and stuff like that, everything should be fine. The hat should be fitted, but we're doing this, y'all. So funny, my first episodes, I'm really doing this, and it's really happening. We're probably gonna call this episode "It's Really Happening" because it really is, and we're getting so close. And I got 2 weeks. Oh my god! 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 I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep. But anyway, that's it. Be on the lookout on my socials to see the invitation. You have to contact me to get the Zoom link, and if you're trying to be in person, you got to contact me to get the classroom number. So, peace in the Middle East and some hair grease. Yeah, let's end it right here. As I close out this episode, I want to honor where I am. Not rushed, not perfect, just present. This season is teaching me that becoming doesn't always look loud. Sometimes it looks like staying, resting, rewriting, and choosing myself again. If you're in your own in between, carrying unfinished drafts, deep prayers, or questions you don't have answers to yet, I see you. You're not behind, you're becoming. This is Ratchetdemic, where unfinished drafts, deep prayers, and honest conversations with myself meet scholarship, culture, and becoming. I'm Marie Williams. Until next time, stay rooted, stay soft, and keep becoming.